How guys, welcome back to my channel. And recently I started this journey of doing this Thrift upcycle thing. I really wanted to do this because I've been seeing it all over online, and one of my favorite YouTubers will go to like thrift stores and buy garments and use them as fabric. So I wanted to try to do that. So this is me going to Goodwill to get supplies like dresses or skirts that I see potential in and turning it into something new. And I was looking through the aisles, trying to find a good garment that I could see a vision in making something with. And some of the stuff I found there were weird and interesting to say the least. But I settled on these 4 pieces of clothing. And the first one is this dress. This dress is actually not going to be upcycled, but it's super cute. And I was like, maybe I could just have this dress to wear. I don't know when I'm going to wear it. But as you see when I turn around, this belt is actually too big in the back. Like it's bigger than the waistband. So it's like a construction error. So like the belt, they made it too big. And it's not detachable. So it's just that size. But it's honestly fine. You won't really notice that inconsistency with this dress design. But that is the first garment. And then next we have this green dress. And this dress is actually cute. It's nice. I could possibly see myself wear this, maybe wear it as a shirt kind of situation. But the plan for this is to make it like a 2-piece garment, like cut it in half. I make it maybe fitted, maybe as a puff sleeves to that. I was thinking maybe that slit in the middle, I'll rearrange the skirt so the slits are on 2 sides. And it will be like a nice situation for like I don't even know, but I had a vision for this, but I didn't even end up using this dress either. I actually focused on the last 2 pieces for this video. Now we have this like Nigerian village girl situation outfit going on with a big baggy shirt and big baggy skirt. And my plan was to turn this shirt into a drawstring shirt because I thought those are super cute, and that was my vision when I got it. This skirt was originally going to become like a 2-piece dress with like a fitted skirt and a fitted top, a spaghetti strap top here. And this back skirt is actually super cute, but the lining was longer than the actual skirt itself. I do not know what was going on here, and I decided I could either cut it off and wear it as a maxi skirt, but I don't really wear maxi skirts and I wanted to turn into something I would wear or use. So the plan was to turn this into a 2-piece dress situation, maybe a 1-piece, but that actually didn't end up happening. And you're going to see throughout this video what I actually do with this skirt. And for that, I was running like a very limited edition shirt. I tried to look for this shirt online and I found nobody talking about it. I just went with the assumption that maybe this is not a popular shirt, like it's not that important limited edition for sure, and I decided I'll use it for my crafts. And I decided I wanted it to be fitted because I'm a lover for fitted shirts. So I actually got my waist measurement for this, and I also wanted it to be a bit cropped because when you look at those drawstring shirts, they're actually kind of cropped. So I was trying to find the perfect length to crop it to, but first I measured it, and for some reason I decided to hem this like shirt before I fitted it, which I will later realize that that was kind of a mistake, but it didn't actually mess up the outfit. It was just like an error that I should not have done. But this is me sketching it out. I wanted it to be the height of like where my waistband meets like my back, so it's like the bottom of my shirt meets my waistband. But that's specifically for these trousers, so I don't think it would work for my other pair of trousers. So then I just sketched it, and then I made sure the line was straight. I laid it on a flat surface, and I used my chalk, yeah. And then I also like pinned it down, and then I just did a 1-fold hem. I don't think I did a double fold hem. I might have. Not really sure at the moment, but I just hemmed the shirt. Okay, so I hemmed it, and if you can see by the hems, you can tell that this I did not cut an even line. I cannot, but whatever. Anyways, kind of sticking out in the front. I made the mistake of hemming it before I like fixed it in, and I don't know, it's kind of short though. I feel like if it's tighter, it's not that much of a concern. I will wear like high rise like these bottoms here. I didn't expect it to be this short. I did not expect it to be this short. This shirt had its average print-on-demand t-shirt feel, and so it had that little stretch in it, so like even if I made it too small, I could stretch it a bit, so it's not that big of an issue. But what I was trying to say by cut myself off there is that I'm gonna add like little pieces from this piece I cut off. I'm gonna cut out little triangles in it, like not triangles but these shapes that I'll put under the fabric on the side you can't see, and it'll be like a little pocket inside, and I would feed the thread through it to make my drawstring shirt. And I actually did not end up doing that because I actually liked the shirt the way it was after I finished. So like I made these little triangles, like these little notches, and I just like, it's just like, it was the base of the triangle like got like the vertex of the triangle was up at underneath my armpit sleeve thing, and the base was at the bottom, so it's like a right triangle. And basically that made the shirt get smaller, like the width of the shirt gets smaller as like you went down the shirt, so that made it smaller at the waist as I was trying to make it. And then I put pins in it so I could like, because I traced it first with chalk, and I put pins in it so I could see if it fit well. I could have done like those little basting stitches. I don't know what they're called, but it's basically when you make the stitches super big so they're easy to take out, and you just use it to like test if it will look correct. But I just wanted to do the pins instead, and this is me trying it on, and it's actually super uncomfortable because the pins are kind of pricking me everywhere if I'm not careful. I also had the fear that they're going to like scratch me or like get stuck somewhere. I don't even know like if I was taking this shirt off, it would get stuck in my hair or something. But that didn't happen, and I just stitched down that path I made the pins in chalk. And this is me trying it on after I finished those 2 quick seams. It actually fits well in the back now. Like I like that. I don't even know if I want to add the drawstring because this is like a nice fitted shirt. I would wear this. I would totally wear this. I actually never ended up adding the drawstrings because I realized I'll never wear it like that. But then I was gonna add it for the sake of adding it, just for the look, maybe adding 2 little bows at the bottom to make it look like there's drawstrings in it. But I actually never ended up doing that, and I just cut off the little like excess fabric. Maybe I add the bows later, very unlikely. But then I went on to the next garment. Anyway, I'm gonna work on this skirt. The original plan was to turn this skirt into a dress. Now, I might show how it look if it's like a dress. I might put it up right here. But I actually changed my mind, and I wanted to turn this into a tote bag, like real bad. And I wanted to do like those ones where you paint, like where you paint it on, because I've actually done that before. If you look at my channel, look at my Instagram, you'll see that I've already done this before. And but I already bought that tote bag. I decided to make my own. I made my own tote bag one time for Halloween, and I needed a bag for candy, and my friend's dad thought I just got a pillowcase, but no, that was an actual piece of fabric. It was very thin. I could see why they thought it was a pillowcase, but yeah. Anyways, this is like linen, so it's kind of like canvas in my opinion. It looks the same. They don't stretch. It's kind of wrinkled, but I think this is enough fabric. I'm kind of sad to see the skirt go because I kind of think it's a cute skirt, but this, I don't know who, David N, I believe, David N, if you're watching this, what happened here on your size 6 skirt? What happened here? Because I actually found the exact same skirt on Poshmark, because my sister was telling me like, I don't think you should change the skirt to that. You like, you should leave it as it is, because what if the skirt is very expensive? Because the parents who watch this person who would take these nice like 2,000 shirts and thrift flip them, but now they regret it because those shirts he thinks are cool now, and it's just like vintage shirts, but ain't nobody gonna buy this. sorry, unless there's a specific need that this needs to be longer, because I'm going to take a Poshmark. I'll show you the screenshot where I found the skirt. It was the exact same skirt for like $30. I think I got this for like $5 or something. I don't even remember. Your receipt is not even here. Like, I don't think I'm gonna even sell this skirt. If I had it, it would be a waste to keep in my closet, and I had a vision for it. But the dress, I think I'd rather make a bag. Now, we're kind of limited to what we could do because the skirt has a bunch of seams in it, and I don't want the skirt to have a bunch of seams in it. So I actually drafted this pattern in my head, and so hopefully work. I know. We're gonna actually first start by taking these off. So yeah, hopefully the skirt isn't that expensive in the long run. Maybe it was like a $600 skirt and I ruined it, but like could only find it one place. It was $30, and I could hardly find this brand anywhere unless it was on eBay. I could find like an actual store able to talk about it. It's a pretty skirt. It was giving Nigerian movie poor girl whatever, but I'm gonna give it a new life. Giving it a new life. Gonna see the zipper right here? You know those bags with the zipper inside? Like, I need that. A tote bag with pouch inside. And there's gonna be a pouch on the outside, and it's gonna be painted. Like, if it turns out well. If it turns out well. But let's get to it. I'm gonna explain it later, but the way the skirt is designed is pretty cool. It's like, it's sewn the wrong way, so the seams, you see the raw edge on the outside, but they take a strip of fabric and they use it to cover it. So I actually just took those strips off because I was going to save them to make other things instead of cutting it through it as I cut out my pieces for my tote bag. So this is me taking it off. I'm about to explain like the whole meaning behind this. I've officially removed the seams. I switched into a sweater, or like I put one on top because the sweater got cold down here. But anyways, those are those straps, because that's what I was moving. Those seams from the straps to remove this. These straps, remove them. They hide the raw edge, because if you go under the skirt, you don't see a raw edge. It's just the sides, sorry. But like the sides of the skirt, the raw edge, but here there's like pieces and they all have the raw edge hidden, but like that little piece of fabric on the top. It's such a cool design. But anyways, because of that, I was actually saving these because I could have just like cut my fabric straight, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it from the inside, since the inside has no raw edges. But I didn't want to cut those straps because I was thinking I might not even do this now, but I'm going to use those straps for the straps of your bag, you know? So that's what I was going to use it for. So I can just cut through it and just like ruin it, because then I had to patch it together or make my own. But I just have these made for me because these are long, because this is a maxi skirt. I don't know if you say maxi, but maxi skirt. That is a long like sash. Whoop. Strap. Where does it say strap? Strap for your bag. So I'm not gonna waste it like that. So I went to cut all my pieces, and I actually took the seams that are there and I put it at the center of the big square piece of like the tote bag, because it's the two big faces and the two small sides. And I took the seam and I put it in the center as I cut my pieces, so like the seam is part of the look, because I couldn't get a big enough piece that would not involve a seam for the faces. So that's how I improvised. And the place I cut myself off in the video, I'm talking about zippers, because my plan was to use a zipper to make like a little pouch in the skirt, or maybe a zipper so I can close the tote bag. Not a pouch in the skirt, sorry, a pouch in the tote bag, and I could use a zipper to close the tote bag. But the zipper is actually too short for my tote bag design, and it doesn't have a detachable bottom, so it's just going to be like a weird zipper that stops suddenly at the spot, so you're not even going to be able to open it fully if I center the zipper. And if I put it all the way towards the edge, one side is going to have a little opening in it, so this is going to look weird. So I never actually ended up adding a zipper, even though I would have loved if I had that. Okay, so I have cut out the pieces. We have, these are the side and bottom pieces. They're 13 by 6, but since the seam allowance is actually going to be like 5 by 12. And here are the little squares. As you can see, the seam is in the middle, so it's like intentional. I'm just working with the fabric I have. Now, this is the current state of the skirt. I feel like I could salvage this and make like an actual skirt that I could wear possibly, but that means I have to keep the zipper. We'll just have to see, but we're gonna cut out the lining. The lining doesn't really have as many like sections as a skirt does. It has like these like two at the side. So one here, and then one in the back going straight down the back middle. Like one here, and then one here. So like I don't really have to worry about positioning it correctly. That isn't going to be an issue, so I don't like, because I was worried about like having random seams off place that's not symmetrical, but I don't really have to worry about this because this doesn't have that many. So we're going to cut out the pieces for this now. So I proceeded to like place my outer layer pieces on top of the lining fabric, and I just traced it down. And I know it may look like I wear the same clothes all the time, but I actually just like do my laundry, and these are like the top shirts. Like when I put them in, these are the first shirts that come out because they're like the clothes I always wear. But guys, I have other clothes. I just do my laundry often. But anyway, I traced out the pieces because I knew that that was kind of easier. And then after that I finished the lining pieces. I placed the outer layer pieces on a big strip of stabilizer, ironed it down. It was like the stabilizer interfacing thing actually. It was an interfacing, a thick piece of interfacing. I ironed it down to it. After I ironed it down to that, I cut it out of that. So now I just lined up all the pieces with their corresponding parts, and I prepared to sew them all together. If you couldn't tell by the hair chains, a few months have passed. This is actually like early April, and those clips before were from late January till late February. So a lot of time has passed, and in that time I got this new rotary cutter and mat, and I'm actually using it to cut out new pieces because some of my lining pieces weren't cut out correctly. I decided no, this will make it so much quicker and so much easier, so much funner. So I just cut out some new pieces, and I just wanted to show it off. Okay, I've sewn the lining together, right sides together. So when I turn it inside out, this is how it's gonna look. But we're actually gonna keep it like this because this is gonna be the inside of the bag. So when you look inside the bag, you will see you won't see the raw edge because it's gonna be like in the bag itself inside. So that's like you're gonna see this on the inside. But for this one, we're gonna do something different. We're gonna put not right sides together, but the opposites. Like this is the inside fabric, this is the outside. We're gonna put the inside fabrics together, so the seam, like you can see the raw edge on the outside of the bag when I sew it. This is the outer layer of the fabric, like the outer layer of the bag, by the way. And these pieces that we saved are going to be used to cover it up. Like it'll be like, it's like a bias tape now. We're going to use this as a bias tape. We're going to fold it over the seam. I'm going to have like, so you don't actually see it. I hope that makes sense. Hopefully. Basically what I'm trying to say is what they use those strips to do on the skirt to cover the seams, I'm going to use that to cover the seams on my bag. So it's basically what they did on the skirt, but I'm doing it on my bag. So I've sewn it inside sides together, and you can see this is the inside. And we're going to put this one inside here. And when you do that, you see like this seam is going to be hidden inside here, so when you look inside the bag, you won't see the seam. Hopefully you don't. makes sense. I'll do like a drawing representation, but I'll do a drawing representation, whatever. But we're gonna cut down this seam allowance. I'm gonna again put those pieces right on top of it. We're going to sew it like bias tape so it's not shown, and hopefully it looks good. This is the best I could do to explain this. The key is up there, but you can see that the raw edge is on the outside of both of these, and the lining square, okay, the outer fabric square is the one that's sewn the opposite of the way you normally sew garments, and the lining one is sewn correctly. And when you put it inside, because that's what step 2 is, you put it inside, you only see the right side, like the correct side of that one, and you only see the correct side of the other one, but you also see the raw edge peeking out. So we use that bias tape strip thing to cover it, so then there'll be no raw edge shown anywhere. Even if you look in the bag, all you see is the correct side of the lining fabric. Okay, so I have sewn this outer layer, this thin bias tape. It was actually too short, and so I had to take some of it and add a little like piece here. It looks better from far away. I sewed the pocket on. Probably should have sewn it on before I added the pieces all together, but I was able to add it on. It's a bit loose, so it's like I feel like things could easily fall out of this pocket, but it's okay. And this is all nice, and I got the straps. So I used 3 of those like strap pieces from the skirt, those strips, and I used it for this bias tape. The other 3 I had left for the handles of the bag, and I decided to only use 2 of them because I was going to take one and the other one and like add them together when you have 3. So I just took one and folded it on itself, and it's just going to be the straps for the bag. And we're going to add the inner bag paws, the inside outside out, because inside out, because you see you can't see any of the seams here. You can't see any of the seam. You can see the seam here, but it's going to be hidden inside. So when you look inside the back, you don't see like the raw edge. Yeah, you can see the seam, but you can't see the raw edge. It's going to be hidden. It'll be hidden. So we're going to add the straps. Like, this is the strap. This is the bag. So when it folds over, the bag will be inside, the strap will be out. I can't really sew it this way because there will be no way to turn it inside out. I have to make a hole on the inside, so let's get to it. Okay, I don't really know what I'm doing right now, but the plan is I put the bag is like outside out, so it looks correct. But this is inside out. We're gonna put them like the edges together. Gonna sew it, leave an opening for me to take the bag out. Maybe that'll work, so I can like put the bag inside. Okay, I've sewn it, so now it's time to turn it inside out. Okay, I also added the label from the original skirt, so I'm gonna pull the skirt to this gap I left because I need somewhere to pull the skirt out of. And then we stuff it in. And then I'm just gonna take this piece, take this, push it down like that. I'm gonna do like a top stitch, so lace flat. And bum-ba-dum, after all that hard work, here's the final result. So here's the final result. And if you look inside, it looks beautiful. You can't see any of the raw edge, it's tucked in. I did a top stitch right on here. And I put the label right here so it kind of looks professional. It's pretty nice. I had the pocket, and the pocket is actually quite big. I could, oh, I have nothing to put in here. But if I put something here, and I swung it around. Give me a moment. We have this toy car. Put the toy car in here. Oh, I dropped my bag. Oh, I dropped my bag. Okay, I turned it upside down. That one doesn't count, but it didn't fall out. And didn't end up adding any zipper or painting or little pouches inside. I kind of forgot about that one, but then I was like, it's fine. I already have a tote bag for my one of my other friends. I got that on my birthday, which was in February, and it's pretty bright pink. So I wanted something that could be plain and simple that I could just carry around with me. And when I did this top chain over here, it actually wasn't long enough to strip. I didn't know if to cut my ranting short. Basically, those strips I use for the handles and to cover my seams was actually too short for the perimeter of the base of the tote bag. I thought it was the perfect length, but it wasn't. So when I had three strips stuffed over for the handle, I cut off some from one of them so I would have some to cover that little gap left in the bottom of the tote bag. This is me showing a full reveal of the shirt. As you can see, it's not too loose, it's not too big, it fits perfectly. It's not too short in the back or the front as I thought it would be. It's actually super nice. And this is a full reveal of the purse tote bag. The tote bag, I want you to see how big it actually is in person with me standing, and how spacious it is and how nice it looks in the inside. So this is me putting my water bottle in it, so you can see that it actually holds a lot, and I think it actually looks super cute and professional. Thank you so much for watching, and please like and subscribe and watch the next video that shows up here.